Alright guys, here's a few more examples in case something in class didn't make sense. We got a couple more so that we can get some things cleared up. Let's take a look at this first one. What we're working on here is multiplying like bases. So we notice that we have a 3 as our constant in our first term, and we have nothing in the second one, so we just 3 times 1 is 3. And then our next base is p. So in the first one we have p to the 1. And then we have p to the third. So the rule when multiplying like bases is to add the exponents. So this becomes p to the fourth. The next base is t. So when we multiply t to the third times t to the fourth, we simply add those exponents again. 3 plus 4 is 7. And that right there is the answer. 3p to the fourth, t to the seventh. Alright, so let's take a look at this second problem. And we're using the rule of multiplying like bases again. So we notice that we have a 2 in the first one and a 6 in the second one. So those are both constants, both numbers. So 2 times 6 is 12. You have to make sure that you multiply those. And then our next base is an x. We have x to the third times x to the second. So we have to notice that 3 plus 2 is 5, not 6. You guys don't want to multiply those exponents. You want to add the exponents. And then we don't have a y term in the first one, so we just have to carry down our y to the fifth from the top. Now let's take a look at this next example. This example is using the rule power to power. So we have 3n to the third, all of that squared. So you have to take your constant, 3, and square it. And you also have to make sure that your n to the third gets squared. So 3 squared is 9. And then the rule with power to power is that you have to multiply them. So now this is going to be n to the 6th. Let's check out this example. This example is combining multiplying like bases and power to a power. So for the first one, let's just make sure that we take care of the power first. So 3 cubed is 27. And then we have x squared to the third. So we're going to multiply those exponents because the power to a power becomes x to the sixth. Now, y to the third cubed, you have to make sure that you multiply those, so it isn't 6, it's 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Now let's just leave that term alone, and let's make sure that we take care of the power on the other term. So you have 2 squared. You have to make sure you take that constant squared too. That becomes 4. Then you have x to the first squared. So 1 times 2 is just 2. Now y to the 6th squared becomes y to the 12th because we want to multiply. Now the last step, we're just going to simplify everything. 27, our constant, times 4, our constant, and the next one is 108. X to the 6th times x squared, okay? So we don't have a power to a power here, guys. We're multiplying like bases. So our x's are the same. So when we multiply like bases, the rule is to add the exponent. 6 plus 2 becomes 8. Now our y's are the next base. Y to the 9th plus y to the 12th becomes y to the 21st.